Hello students, welcome to RKC Online Learning of English Language. I hope all of you are hale and hearty. I also believe that now you have got into practice of learning online. In today's video, we will learn Chapter 7 Into the Future. In the previous video of this chapter, we had read and discussed the chapter. Today, first we will revise the chapter and then we will learn new words, word bank, question answers, and the other textual exercises of this chapter. To revise the chapter, first we will watch the animated video of this chapter by Viva Education. So let's get going.
Chapter 7 Into the Future. My friends gathered around the machine in my workshop. It was exactly like the model I had shown them, only 20 times larger. You mean you sit in that chair, pull that lever and travel into the future? Asked my friend the writer. Or into the past, I said, whichever I choose. And which would you choose? Asked my friend the psychologist. The future first, I said. It is the unknown that interests me the most. But when do we get to see it in action? Can we take a ride in it ourselves? They asked. Not yet, I said. I still have a few things to tinker with. Then it will be ready to go. Seeing my friend smile, I said, You may not believe me, but come to dinner here a week from now and I promise to show you then that my time machine works. After my friends left, I called in my housekeeper and asked her to cook the best dinner she could make for my friends next week. I also handed her a note to give them when they arrived. The note said that I was sorry not to greet them, but I promised I would join them before the evening ended. Having given her these instructions, I set to work on the time machine. The work was very delicate, and I had to make sure that the size of the levers was just right, to the smallest fraction of an inch. One lever was enough to start the machine traveling through time. Push the lever up, and it went into the past. Pull it down, and it went into the future. The other lever was to stop it wherever I wanted. Or rather, whenever I wanted, because I would be staying in the same spot, and only the time would change. I had finished my work before 4 in the morning. Now, only one thing was left to do, to give the time machine its first test. I sat down in the seat of the time machine and looked at my watch. 19 minutes past 4. I held my breath and pulled the lever down a tiny bit. It felt as if I was falling through endless space, my stomach trying to squeeze into my throat, my mouth gasping for air. Quickly, I pulled the stop lever. I looked around me and my heart sank. My coat still hung over a chair. My tools were where I had laid them. My workshop was just as I had left it. My machine was a failure. Then I saw daylight coming through the windows and my heart started beating faster. The clock on the wall said 9:30. My watch read 21 minutes past 4. I had traveled more than 5 hours in just 2 minutes. The time machine worked. I suppose I should have stopped then and planned my next move. But I could not wait any longer to journey through time. I pulled the lever down again, a little harder than before. Time outside the time machine speeded up. I saw my housekeeper whiz into the room and clean it in record time. It was clear that she could not see me. I pulled the lever further down and saw the window grow dark. Then it brightened. Then it darkened again. Days went by like blinking lights. I pulled the lever down even more and everything around became a blur. The walls and window of my workshop vanished. The machine was swaying now. I wanted to pull the lever all the way down. I did. Around me was a world of wonders, with huge buildings rising taller and taller, skies changing from dark grey to bright blue, and a countryside that grew greener and greener. I looked at the dials of the time machine which told me how fast and far I was travelling. I was shocked. I had gone much faster and farther than I thought. I was in the year 8,02,701 AD. Those huge numbers made me lose my head and panic. I pulled hard on the stop lever and paid the price for it. The stop was too sharp and the machine tipped over. I was thrown from my seat. Stunned, I lay on soft green grass. I heard a very loud thunderclap and a shower of hailstones stung my face. It was impossible to see. A fine welcome, I muttered. A man travels over 8 lakh years for a visit, and this is the greeting he gets. Then the hail thinned and the sun shone through a break in the clouds, and I got my first good look at the world of the future.
Here we have the list of new words of this lesson. Word 1. Machine. 2. Psychologist. 3. Tinker. 4. Instruction. 5. Delicate. 6. Fraction. 7. Squeeze. 8. Journey. Word 9. Whiz. 10. Brightened. 11. Darkened. 12. Blinking. 13. Blur. 14. Vanished. 15. Swaying. 16. Countryside. Word number 17. Dials. 18. Panic. 19. Stunned. 20. Thunderclap. 21. Hailstones. 22. Stung. 23. Muttered. Children, please mind that I had explained all these words while I was explaining you the chapter. In case of any doubt, please rewatch the previous video of this chapter. You will get the meaning of all these words there. Word bank. Word 1. Lever. Lever means a switch or a handle. There is a word called liver, Liver, which is an organ of the body. So this is liver and that is liver. Number 2, psychologist. Psychologist is a person who is expert in human behavior. 3, tinker. Tinker means to fix or to repair, to work around with. Number 4, delicate. Delicate means in a sense fragile. So here meaning is requiring great care. Word 5, whiz. Move very quickly, making a continuous sound, making some buzzing sound and moving very quickly. Word 6, blur. Blur means which is not clear. So meaning is unclear. Word 7. Vanished. Disappeared or could not be seen. 8. Swaying. Swaying means moving from side to side. Number 9. Panic. Suddenly feel frightened. Number 10. Sharp. Happening suddenly and quickly. Number 11. Tipped means tilted and fell to one side. Tilted one side, so you feel that it is falling down one side. That's tipped. 12. Stunned means shocked or surprised. Word 13. Thunderclap. Thunderclap is sound of thunder. 14. Hailstones. Irregular balls of ice falling from sky, that's called hailstones. Number 15. Stung means hurt. And 16. Muttered. Muttered means saying something very softly, spoke quietly and in a low voice. Children, please note that you have to write new words and word bank of this lesson in your classwork notebook. Now we have the textual exercises. Page number 49 of your English reader. The heading is comprehension. Exercise A1 is complete the following sentences in your own words. In this exercise, we have 6 incomplete sentences which we have to complete in our own words. Sentence 1. The machine that the narrator showed his friends was different from the model he had shown them earlier, as the machine which he had shown them and the model which he had shown them before was different. And what was the difference? The real machine was, it was 20 times larger. The real machine was 20 times larger than the model he had shown them. Sentence 2. The chair was special as it had a lever fitted to it which could take men into the future or into the past. It was not a normal or an ordinary chair. It was a special chair because it had a lever. By pulling and pushing that lever, that machine was taking the man to the future or to the past. Sentence 3. The narrator invited his friends to test the chair. The narrator's friend wanted to test the machine, but he said you can test this machine after a week. So here the answer is the narrator invited his friends to test the chair a week later. Sentence 5. The first flight took him more than 5 hours into the future. In the very first flight, which he tried for the first time, he went 5 hours into the future. Sentence 6. By mentioning the blinking of lights, the narrator wants to say that. The narrator says by the blinking of light, which he could see from the window, that is showing, that is signifying days passed very fast, days and nights. So days passed very fast. By mentioning the blinking of lights, the narrator wants to say that days passed very fast. Please note that you have to complete this exercise in your textbook. Exercise A2. Answer these questions. Question 1. Where did the narrator want to travel to? Why? Answer: the narrator wanted to travel to the future to test his time machine. Question 2. What instruction did the narrator give his maid? The narrator instructed something to his maid about cooking. Okay, what was the instruction he gave? That we have to answer. Answer is: the narrator instructed his maid to cook the best dinner she could make for his friends the next week. He also gave her a note for his friends. Question 3. How did the narrator work the machine? Was it difficult to operate? Give reasons for your answer. We know how did he operate the machine. Pulling and pushing the lever up and down could take him to the future or to the past. So we'll write answer 3 is: the narrator sat down in the seat of the time machine and pulled the lever down a little and then stopped it. Then he pulled the lever harder and the time machine sped up. When he pulled it harder, the time machine speeded up. It was not difficult because only pushing and pulling lever down and up would take the operator to the past or future. Only pushing and pulling could take him to the past or to the future. So it was very, very easy. Question 4. What made the narrator think that his machine was a failure? Was he right? Give reasons for your answer. When the narrator tried his time machine for the first time, he thought that it did not work and it was a failure. Why did he think so? We have to write answer for this question. Answer is: when the narrator started the time machine, first he did not notice any changes in the surroundings. So he thought his machine was a failure. He saw all his things lying where they were, so he thought nothing has changed. But he was wrong, because when he looked at the clock, he realized that he had traveled more than 5 hours in just 2 minutes. Question 5. Though the narrator could see the maid working, why could she not see him? Answer is: the maid could not see the narrator because he was traveling through time. He was traveling through time. He was into the future, so she could not see him. Question 6. What did the windows darkening and brightening signify? Answer is: the darkening and the brightening of the windows signified the coming and passing of days and nights. Days and nights were passing, darkening and brightening. So, darkening of and brightening of the windows signified the coming and passing of the days and nights. Question 7. Why did he pull hard at the lever? What happened as a result of this? Answer: the narrator had traveled too far into the future. He wanted to get back. So he pulled hard at the lever. The machine stopped sharply and tipped over, throwing the narrator from the seat. This question is: why did he pull hard at the lever? We know that the narrator was very excited when he saw that he had traveled too far into the future and he wanted to get back. And so he pulled hard at the lever and machine stops there, but he was thrown away from his seat. Question 8. Why does the narrator make this remark? A fine welcome. A man travels over 8 lakh years for a visit, and this is the greeting he gets. Why has he made this remark? We know the narrator made this remark because he did not like the welcome he got. So, answer is the narrator heard a loud thunderclap and felt a shower of hailstones on his face. So, he makes the remark suggesting that it was not a pleasant welcome. He didn't like the welcome, he felt it was not a pleasant welcome, so he made this remark. Now, this is page number 50 of our reader. Here on this page, we have exercise B1 and B2. These exercises are part of vocabulary. Exercise B1 is, here is a list of words that appear in the lesson with a few of their synonyms. One of the words given is an odd one out. Circle this word. Take the help of a dictionary if required. Children, actually, you need to do this exercise on your own using a dictionary. But here on the next slide, I am giving you the correct answer of this exercise. I have circled the odd one out in the next slide. I want all of you to keep this slide on the screen, and first you take the help of the dictionary and solve this exercise and then check your answers. Here on the one side, words are given. On the next side, their meanings or 4 synonyms are given. You have to check whether which one is the odd one, and one only is an odd one and the rest are synonyms of the given word. Number 1 is gather. Gather means to collect. So collect, crowd, flock and huddle are synonyms of gather, while scatter is an opposite of gathering, scattering, right? So we'll circle scatter. Number 2, tinker, fiddle, repair, leave alone and fix. Tinker means to fix or to work with something. So fiddle, repair and fix are synonyms of it, and leave alone is to be circled. Number 3, delicate, critical, sensitive, unimportant and skilled. Here unimportant is an odd one out. So we'll be circling unimportant. Number 4, panic, alarm, dread, calm and fear. Calm is opposite of panic. So here calm is to be circled. Alarm, dread and fear are synonyms of panic. Number 5, blur, backcloud, badim, clear and daze. Blur means unclear. So backcloud, badim and daze are synonyms and clear is opposite. So we will circle clear here. Odd one is clear. Number 6, stunned, expected, amazed, astonished and dazed. Stunned means surprised or amazed. So amazed, astonished and dazed are synonyms of it. and we'll circle expected here as odd one out. So answer 1, get scatter to be circled, 2, leave alone, 3, unimportant, 4, calm, 5, clear, and 6, expected to be circled. Exercise B2. Fill in the blanks with the right words from those given in brackets. Here again, you need to pause here on the slide and try to do this exercise on your own, and then check your answers given in the next slide. Sentence 1. There was no water in the tank because my mother had forgotten to pull the lever. Spelling is Lever. As I told you, liver is an organ of the body. Lever means a handle. So, lever, Lever, which means a switch or a handle, to be written over here. Number 2. The wind blew away her dash dress. The wind blew away her blue dress. First one is BLEW, blue, and second is BLUE. Number 3. It takes an dash by bus to reach my school. Two words over here are hour and hour. So answer is R, which is HOUR. It takes an hour by bus to reach my school. Number 4. Sita has a lot of dash change in her tiny purse, which she can easily dash. Two words over here are lose and lose. So here we'll write Sita has a lot. Sita has a lot of loose, LOOSE, loose change in her tiny purse, which she can easily lose. LOSE, which she can easily lose. So first blank LOOSE, lose, and second is LOSE, lose. Number 5. The salesman with dash a high price for this dash. The first option is COAT, coat, and second option is QUOTE, coat. The salesman will quote a high price for this coat. COAT. First blank we have to write QUOTE, coat, and in the second blank we'll write COAT, coat. Number 6. Apply some ointment to dash the pain. First option is lessen, LESSEN, and to make something less, and lessen, LESSON, lessen. So here the correct answer is LESSEN, lessen. Apply some ointment to lessen the pain. Children, you know that the words with same pronunciation but different spelling and different meaning are called homophones. So here in this chapter we have to do exercise A1, B1 and B2 in course book, and we'll be writing new words, word bank and question answers of this lesson in our classwork notebook. I hope you will complete your work and will keep yourself updated. Thank you and bye bye.